Well, New York City restaurateur Joe Germanotta, who also just happens to be the dad of pop star Lady Gaga, describes New York City as filthy, says the air is filled with the smell of marijuana smoke. He's right. Adding he would not raise two daughters in the city if he had young children today. Now, joining us to discuss two very smart women with strong opinions in our segment called The Other View, we have Newsmax contributor Deneen Borelli and Project 21 member and political analyst Whitley Yates. Great to see both of you. I like our Valentine's Day colors. We didn't even plan it. I'm very impressed. Wow. Well done. I knew I wouldn't be disappointed with the fashion moment here as well. But listen, we have a native New Yorker, Lady Gaga's dad, saying that New York City has gone downhill and is no longer safe. But you might guess that about New York City. We hear about it all the time. But this concern goes way beyond big cities. Even suburbs that were once considered suburban safe communities are not only dangerous when it comes to crime, but also becoming increasingly woke. We were talking about teachers being fired because they're not lying to parents about pronouns or transgender. In Virginia, we had the National Merit Scholarships not being awarded to kids. Whitley, your reaction to what's really going on here in our country?
I honestly think that progressivism has pushed our entire country backwards. And so what you're seeing is people like Lady Gaga's father who wouldn't raise his children in the place that he grew up or that he loves. What you're seeing is teachers who are advocating for things that parents can't stand by. And so progressivism, which is something that the woke culture champions, is literally creating a society in which we don't want to exist anymore. And that's a problem.
Deneen, your thoughts?
No, I absolutely agree. Look, the progressive mindset is going in the wrong direction, and we see it on so many levels. In our schools especially, I think it's outrageous how teachers, administrators, and principals, they're pushing policies like CRT and talking about everything racism, instead of focusing on reading, writing, and arithmetic. We are setting children up for failure, these progressives are, and I got to tell you, it's horrible when we are unable to fire teachers who are not doing their due diligence and they're not teaching our children the way they should be. And so they're not being held accountable and they're getting away with it. Meanwhile, our children are suffering.
And Deneen and Whitley, as you both know, DirecTV and AT&T recently removed Newsmax from their channel lineup. Interesting turn of events here. Since then, AT&T stock has lost $10 billion in value. Sounds like kind of a go woke, go broke scenario to me, Whitley.
Absolutely. And I hope that it continues to plummet. Anytime that you attempt to cancel and censor conservative voices, I am hopeful that conservatives will rise up and let you know that our money is going where we are. It's a movement, and I think that AT&T and DirecTV need to wake up and get up, or their stocks are going to continue to go down.
Yeah, Deneen, it seems that AT&T maybe and DirecTV might have made a different decision had they anticipated losing so much money.
Might have. Well, the question is, can you hear us now? Because Americans are outraged, and the suits at AT&T and DirecTV are finding out just how mad people are, censoring speech and alienating your consumers. And I also want to know what the analysts are thinking about AT&T. Buy, hold, sell. What are they reporting about them? Are they calling investor relations? Are they calling the companies to ask who made this call and why? Because you're not looking out for shareholder interest, shareholder value, or your consumers.
All right, great thoughts from both of you, but I do want to get to this one. Another celebrity who has had enough of woke culture in America, maybe not one you would expect. In a recent interview with Esquire magazine, actor Idris Elba laments the, quote, obsession with race and says that he no longer identifies himself as a black actor, but rather he's an actor. He went on to say, as humans, we are obsessed with race, and that obsession can really hinder people's aspirations, hinder people's growth, adding that racism is very real, but people give it too much power. He went on to say that it's more divisive than unifying, and as you might expect, he's getting tons of backlash and is now being described and criticized for being anti-black. Whitley.
Listen, this man said he doesn't want to be described as a Black actor, and people thought he said he didn't want to be a Black man. They weren't listening. It's always about the context before the content. And so what he's basically saying are there are 100 things about me that are fantastic and remarkable, and my race is probably not even within the top 10. So allow me to be an actor and allow me to thrive and for people to see me outside of just this siloed perception that they have created. I think that it's empowering for him, and allow Idris Elba to be, the freedom to be.
Exactly, and that's exactly what he is saying. Deneen, we're just about out of time, but I'm going to let you wrap us up just a few seconds.
I just want to know what he's doing for Valentine's Day today.
Oh, all right, Idris. I love it. All right, Deneen Borelli, Whitley Yates, great to have you with us on The Other View. Thank you.
Thank you.